So, what is ideation? Ideation is the creative process of generating, developing, and communicating new ideas, where an idea is understood as a basic element of thought that can be visual, concrete, or abstract. Ideation comprises all stage of a thought cycle, from innovation to development to actualization. Ideation can be conducted by individuals, organizations, or crowds. As such, it's an essential part of the design process, both in education and practice, specifically in design thinking as well. So, essentially, ideation and the ideation phase of design thinking is really just the process of coming up with ideas. In a professional or educational design environment, like an office or classroom, ideation is best done in diverse teams where multiple perspectives and ideas can feed off of one another and grow. Ideation is often the most exciting stage in the design thinking process because during ideation, the aim and goal is to generate a large quantity of ideas that the team or individual can then filter and cut down into the best, most practical, or most innovative solutions in order to inspire new and better designs. There are many ways to communicate these ideas, but first we'll talk a little bit about some of the ground rules and tips that will help you out with the ideation phase and generating ideas by any sort of method you wish to use. So this is a judgment-free zone. There's no such thing as a bad idea. Just blurt it out and don't be sort of scared or anxious about having a bad idea. Just free your mind and express whatever you think without those walls and anxieties, sorry. The more ideas, the merrier. We're looking for quantity over quality here. So don't get caught down a rabbit hole of one idea. If it's taking you that long to think about, just move on. You can spend however long you want to while trying to generate these ideas. Sometimes they take a full day, which is rare, but we're looking for sort of ones that might take 10 seconds or a minute or whatever. If you're stuck, also revisit how might we. Um, this puts a kind of like a very positive and real spin on when we're trying to solve these problems. Um, and often this is where a lot of really great ideas are birthed. So the point of this is really to get every idea out there and to explore everywhere your brain can go. Whether a musician is writing lyrics or Elon Musk is thinking of a new technology to save our species or the planet or whatever he's doing, they use some form of ideation. It's really rare that they immediately think of the answer to the problem they're trying to solve or the song they're trying to create immediately or instantaneously. A lot of bad ideas, I mean, like a lot of bad ideas come before the final one or the final solution. In this stage, you'll begin to also fail a lot, and you'll want to put a lot of bad, or you'll have a lot of bad ideas out there. So try not to think too negatively or be too hard on yourself in this stage, and try to embrace it and think of it as a positive. Be okay with having bad ideas. They're not anything to be scared of. And by getting rid of the bad ideas and putting them on paper, you're really freeing up space in your mind to think about something better. Once it's on paper, move on to another idea. If you're having trouble generating ideas or having a difficult time with putting a bad idea out there, something that I really help, or I think helps and is a really good exercise, is inverting the end goal, which is usually in the stage it's a good idea as the end goal, but sort of try to generate the worst possible idea that you can think of. It's a fun and lighthearted method that can really alter your perspective and set the other side of the scale between good and bad ideas. Another tip is to always revisit what you've previously done in the empathy stage. You've kind of created a roadmap in terms of what you have created so far in regards to your user persona, and then also in the defining stage where you're focusing on the problems at hand. So if you're ever stuck, go back to these kind of points, or write them out first before you start to brainstorm or whatever you're doing as in your as your ideation method, as they can really help dictate and guide your ideas while brainstorming.